welcome to Social Media for All. And then, are you okay with the light and something?
Yeah, everything's fine. I'll just put the file now.
So you just tell me to go live.
Yeah, we have 2 minutes just to wait.
How many minutes? 2 minutes.
What's your phone? 58?
43. Sorry.
No, like your phone.
In my phone?
What's
Time?
yeah.
5:59.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 59. Just like we go on time, sure.
So this is not yet live, okay?
Okay, and this is how they're going to see us.
Yeah.
And this is funny. This is nice.
You want it bigger or?
No, this is fine. Like that's beautiful.
So this is what they see. Yeah. Okay.
Let's get to it.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Hello to everyone and welcome to Social Media for All. How are
Hey.
you, George?
How are you, Joey? I'm very delighted for the first broadcast live on our group, Social Media for All, and it's going like to be an exciting session today. We have a lot of stuff to cover, and
Yeah.
so before like we start, there are like a couple things to mention, like how it's going to work, what we're going to cover like every session,
Yeah.
what kind of training we're going to cover. Also, we want to get like the feedback from the members, like during the session, after the session, and between the
The
sessions.
sessions.
So we can tell like what they want exactly,
That's
what
right.
they are experiencing in their business, and like those kind of broadcasts is not going to be only focused on the business,
Yeah.
because people involved in the business
Mhm.
are part of the business.
That's right.
We also we're going to cover like things related to health, to mindset, to
Mhm.
how people like feels, how they can interact with other people based on emotions and things like
That's
that.
right. It is very interesting, George, because most of our members here in Social Media for All are business owners and people that are interested in digital marketing. So
That's
it's
right.
very interesting to share our expertise, especially for your business. You're more on psychology of online selling, and it's a very interesting topic today because we're going to discuss about
How to sell anything to anyone, like using a script, because at the end when we sell online we're not interacting with our customers one on one.
yeah
When you are like facing your customer, it would become like so much easy
yeah
to talk to them, to communicate with them, to see like what they want, so you can offer them something
Mhm.
could benefit them in their real life.
Mhm.
But when you are facing the laptop, when you are doing the social media
Mhm.
on any platform, or you are using like any kind of
Mhm.
software, like we have like a kind of wall
barrier yeah
barrier,
barrier
and we want like to cross this one, so we
Mhm.
want to use like the correct wording, the correct scripts,
Mhm.
what kind of things that you have to put in the process.
in the process
So when your prospect, your customer on the other side, or your community, like
Mhm.
any group that you
Mhm.
belong to,
Mhm.
they hear you, they listen to you,
Mhm.
they come across your
Mhm.
message or your
Mhm.
offer, they understand,
They understand.
feel like this is what I want.
And there will be a genuine relationship
Yeah.
between you as a business owner or seller to your
True.
customers,
Yeah.
and that's that we're going to discuss today. But anyway, we would like to encourage everyone to join our live stream. So it's a live. So if you have questions, if you have inquiries, if you have something suggestions
Put
about
a
the topic,
comment, like I'm
comment.
here, like what you're doing,
Yes,
like what is your business. Just let us know, like
that's right.
what's going on, and uh, also like if there are like you have any question, just type your question below in the comment section.
Yeah,
We're going to answer those questions, and
yeah.
if we're not like able to answer like every single question, we're going to I'm going like between sessions
Mm-hmm.
to record a short
So
video
we to
just
answer the
to answer like
yeah,
every single
it's
question
very interesting.
people ask, because sometimes in 1 hour it's so hard to cover everything.
That's right. Yeah. Yun. We're very, we have viewers right now, George, and yeah, we can
Say hi to everyone
hi to everyone.
who is
And
live
of
with
course,
us.
you can follow George Facebook page, which is
Smart Income.
Smart Income.
I want to say like hi to everyone on Smart Income. You
Mm,
find
you find Canada,
.ca
you find
and the
.ca.
other groups, business groups that they're going to watch us also on this live stream, and members who can join us every single week on our live stream.
Yeah. And then before we start also, I just want to encourage everyone to share this group and invite someone that you know that might help them to do the digital marketing. Invite people or friends or family that wants to learn about digital marketing. So
That's
this
right.
is the right place. This is the right group.
We're going to do like very breakthrough training every single week.
That's
A
right.
training that you
Every
cannot
Wednesday.
find anywhere, or if you want to do it yourself with other mentors, it's going to cost you like tens of thousands of dollars. So we're going to cover those trainings for free in our live show. So
Mm-hmm.
stay tuned. Every single episode, every single session, every single week, we're going to have a certain topic. We cover it from A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any question, if you want to share like your experience,
Mm-hmm.
or you discovered a path
Mm-hmm.
regarding this topic,
Mm-hmm.
we will be like so much happy to host you maybe for 5-10 minutes so you can share your experience.
Expert.
We want to share. It's not just like one way.
Mm-hmm. It's a
We are sharing
community.
what we know,
That's right.
and also we want to learn from other
Yeah.
people experiences.
Yeah, and
So this is like
this is
super
a very
important.
this is a community that you will get an updates, and this is a community that you can share also your
True.
experience, and you can share also your knowledge. So if you want to share your expertise, your knowledge, or your experience with digital
Yeah, true.
marketing,
Yeah.
feel free to send us a message or comment on our live stream.
And now you know, like our Facebook profiles, just buzz us at any time,
That's
send us
right.
like
Yeah.
messages, like call us, whatever like works for you. Just
Yeah.
we will be happy like that you are making an advancement and a transformation in your life and in your business. And it happens, Joey, that today is the
The
World
world entrepreneur.
Entrepreneurs
Yeah.
Day. I was like reading some articles
Yeah.
and found that it was like a good coincidence with our
First
first live
live stream.
streaming.
Yes.
So happy Entrepreneur Day for
To
every single
everyone.
business owner,
That's right.
entrepreneur, or anyone who is thinking to start
Start
their
a
own
business.
business. Because at the end, like everything that we do in life is business.
Yeah.
Either like we are selling a product or not, we are in the business.
Yeah.
Either like we sell tangible product, or we try to sell a message, we try to volunteer to sell a because we
Mhm.
are doing business every single day.
That's
We are
right.
selling every single day. So so now I'm just want to share with our group members how it's going to work for every session.
Mhm.
In every session, we're going to have a topic,
Mhm.
a short training,
Mhm.
and we're going to share also like a workbook so people can get the workbook and apply it. Also, I'm going to share like what happened in my business. You share what happened in your business.
That's right.
If we have examples today, for instance, we're going to talk how you can sell anything to anyone anywhere using webinars. We have the script, and
Mhm.
for people watching us right now,
Mm-hmm.
there is a link. I just posted in the group. Just
Mm-hmm.
click the link
Mm-hmm.
and download the workbook sheet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cover like the training in general, and then I
Mm-hmm.
will cover what's in this
In the
sheet.
sheet,
And
yeah.
this sheet is super important because it is the basic of selling online. If you want to go on webinar, you use this
Mm-hmm. This
this
sheet.
let's call it cheat
Cheat
sheet.
sheets, yeah, cheat sheets.
And if you want to sell on stage,
Mm-hmm.
use this one.
Yes.
If you want to create a landing page or a
Mm-hmm.
sales page, use this one.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to create an email
Mm-hmm.
sequence, you use this one.
Wow.
So
So
you
this is a
basically it's
very
more psychological
that's right.
process.
This workbook, these sheets are very useful to everyone. Looks
That's
like, yeah, if you're a real estate agent, you can use this for your email marketing.
true.
If you are a business owner with a brick and mortars, you can
Very true.
definitely
Yeah.
use this one. So guys, download this link. Download this workbook. It's free. You
It's a
just
free.
click. It's a click.
Yeah.
Just click the link.
Just this workbook by itself. If you go and we want to buy this kind of training online, how to
Mhm.
sell on webinar, just the online training is about like $2,000.
Mhm.
So this sheet and the training that we're going to cover every single week, I'm going to refer to this sheet every single week
Mhm.
because it has like so much
So
components.
much. Wow.
And it's super important for
Wow.
us to cover that.
Mhm.
So for instance, like
Mhm.
how you can create a story that people can
Mhm.
relate to, how you can create a value offer.
Mhm.
When people see it,
Mhm.
they say like, wow, like I will be crazy not to buy this offer. So many components, we cannot cover everything today, but we're going to refer to this sheet every single week. So try to download it right now and follow us with
Mhm.
that sheet. But before we go to this sheet itself, we have a short presentation
Mhm.
just to share with people how what are the main categories
Mhm.
that we're going to cover on this cheat sheet.
Yeah.
What are the major components when
Mhm.
they want to sell online using webinars and other platforms? Because at the end, what I've seen like so many clients, they go post on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, they
Mhm.
do like so much posting,
Mhm.
and they expect from this post they can sell something.
Mhm.
Sometimes it happens,
Mhm.
like you can sell, but in the long run, you cannot scale. It's
Mhm.
not scalable. Like you
Mhm.
cannot leverage what you do,
Mhm.
and it is very stressful.
That's right. Yeah.
Because one time you can sell,
And that's
200 times you cannot, and
that's
people
right.
got frustrated. Like what?
Yeah.
What's going on?
and
What's
and this is very important for business owners, um, to maximize the leads that
Mhm.
they get.
Yes.
Because if you get 100% effort, you should expect 10 times more. So I think this using the workbook will be very beneficial to the business
And it's
owners.
super important because sometimes like people or your potential customer will join your community, your
Mhm.
group, but they don't buy from you. They
That's
might like engage
Yeah.
with you like for years before
Mhm.
like they make the decision to buy.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's super important like to understand like
That's
it's
right.
not just a post and you expect a sale.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
is a process
It's a
between
yeah.
like how you can get their attention, what is the message, what is your process, and what kind of value offer. When I say value offer, it means it doesn't mean a product, doesn't mean a commodity, because people they don't want just to buy a pen or a phone.
Mhm.
They want to buy the feeling. They want to buy the purpose. They want to buy the result.
Mhm.
Uh, like they want to buy a change in their life.
Mhm.
So this is how we're going to repackage
Mhm.
what you already have, what kind of product
That's right.
you already. You don't have to create a new product,
Yeah.
but we want to repackage it in a way that people perceive it
Mhm.
as like a great value offer.
Mhm.
So at least the formula that I use, whenever like your client pays you $1, you have to give them at least
Thanks.
10x back in
Back.
perceived value,
That's right.
not in
Yeah.
cost. And this is super important to keep in mind
Mhm.
that people when they see you as commodity, they compare you to the amount of dollar they are paying you.
Mhm.
If they pay you $1 and you give them $1 in value,
Mhm.
they chase price.
Mhm.
They say like, why I should buy from George or Joey? I will go like buy the cheapest price I can for the same quality. But when you show them like a package,
A package.
a high value offer, 10x, for the dollar amount
Mm-hmm.
they are paying, it
Mm-hmm.
would be like no brainer for them to say like, I want this product.
Yeah, yeah. Because this is useful to me, or it can change my business, or it can change me
Very
as a
true.
person. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, and it has to be like a transformation, not just a commodity. People don't buy products just to collect the product
Mm-hmm.
and put it on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
They buy the product to use it, to make a result, and to have a new feeling, to
Mm-hmm.
have a new status, a new transformation, a new human being to become when they use your product.
Mm-hmm.
This is like super important to keep in
Mm-hmm.
mind. But we're going to talk about the offer itself in the
Mm-hmm.
coming couple weeks, how to create the offer, how to
Mm-hmm.
create the value
Mm-hmm.
offer itself. And before we dig in our sales presentation today, there are like a couple things I like to share with our
Mm-hmm.
members. How it's going to work every single week.
Mm-hmm.
As we said, we're going to have a training, we're going to have a workbook, and those kind of training is going to be free and
Wow.
with a high value offer
Offer.
in a way that if you want to buy what we're going to share, it's going to cost you lots of money. So stay tuned in our
Yeah.
live session every single day, so you can work with so much good thing every week.
Yes.
Also, we're going to share like the latest updates and
Updates.
tips about social media,
Yeah.
how we can use like those kind of tools to increase our results,
Yeah.
to get like more leads, and what we do exactly to get
Yeah.
better results.
And that's actually my plan, George. On the next session that we have, I will share some updates on Facebook and how to maximize their organic
Yeah,
views, how to retarget the right customers, and this is very
true.
important, and how to cut their costs on
That's
digital
right.
marketing. So those are the sample
And
of.
talking about the cost, like this is
Mhm.
super important. Like
Mhm.
people when they do a marketing campaign
Mhm.
on social media or using any single
Mhm.
platform, marketing campaign or advertising campaign,
Mhm.
people see it or business owners see it as an expense.
And expense, yeah.
The formula should be the customer acquisition. If you use
Mhm.
paid ad or free ad, like free posting,
Mhm.
the customer acquisition should be zero always.
Always,
You
yeah.
should break even on your marketing
Mhm.
campaign,
Campaign.
advertising campaign every single time,
That's right.
especially if you pay for it.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
I challenge. I want like every single member in our group to challenge their marketers, to challenge their
check,
social media managers, to raise the bar
That's
and
right.
do not settle like for low
Mhm.
anymore. Once they see that their marketing campaign is not breaking even, the customer acquisition is not zero,
Yeah.
there's something wrong
Wrong.
with the marketing
Yeah.
campaign itself. At the beginning, it might not break even from the first time,
Start.
but after you do it like 1, 2 times, you should break even
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah.
So the customer acquisition should be zero,
That's right.
always zero. And sometimes the customer acquisition would be
Mhm.
profitable. So
That's right.
initially, what it means that people pay you to
Mhm.
become your customer, and like I want people who are watching us today like to
Mhm.
keep that in mind.
Mhm.
Our community, my community, when they want to join my
Mhm.
community, like
Mhm.
my prospect,
Mhm.
they have to pay to
Mhm.
join.
Mhm.
And this is what I mean. The customer acquisition should be zero or profitable. And
That's
this is
right.
super important because if you spend so much time and money and you cannot like get your money back, you cannot leverage,
Yeah.
and you are losing so much money,
That's right.
and now like becomes like I'm not getting the results
Yeah.
I want, and like becomes like so much
you will feel
frustrating.
you feel frustrating and exhausting without you spending more, and you don't get more.
Yeah,
That's why.
I'll give you an example. Like I had a restaurant back in the days, like couple years back. I used to send a flyer every single week.
Mhm.
I sent those flyers. They
Mhm.
cost me about, on average, like 2,000, 3,000 to send out 1,000 flyer.
Mhm.
So the cost is
Mhm.
it was like very very
Mhm.
high. And when I did my analysis, like to my marketing campaign every single week, I'm spending like so much money.
Mhm.
My return was like very low.
Mhm.
So the customer acquisition was almost like sometimes $200 or $500 like for a small restaurant, it's super hard to
That's right.
survive when your customer acquisition is $500.
$500.
Like I'm not selling Ferraris, I'm
That's
just
right.
selling like a slice of
Wait,
pizza,
at
$5.
$5.
So $500 to acquire a customer, and then you sell them a
Yeah.
pizza for $5 or $10 doesn't work.
That's right.
Like you cannot survive.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
then I started to dig in. I said it should be a way, a new way, other than what other people are doing.
That's right.
And it becomes an epiphany for me when I discovered like this way, like your customer acquisition should be zero. You should break even and be profitable on what you're doing when you market and advertise. And I want to share that experience with everyone and our group in the
That's
every
right.
single week we're going to talk about those
Yeah.
components
So
and how we can apply them today and every single one business.
that's right. So that's why to all our viewers right now, put in your calendar every Wednesday, 6 p.m. So we will have a very informative, interesting topics on digital
Plus a
marketing.
workbook that
A
you can
workbook.
apply the same night to get
Yeah.
some results.
Before we start our presentation, George, I just want to appreciate and shout out all our viewers right now. Charbel, hi to you, Charbel.
Hello, sir.
And Troy, Troy,
Troy, how are you?
Hossein, and Al Shalabi, and
Al, how are you, Al?
and then
Hussein, how are you?
Hossein. How are you, Tebe?
How are you,
And,
everyone?
yeah,
And Asil also. Asil, how are you?
yeah. So we have lots of viewers right now, and then yep.
So yeah, let's dig in like into the presentation. I call this one the sales presentation: how to sell anything to anyone, anywhere, regardless the product that you have. I'm going to cover the main four or five parts in this presentation, and I'm going to show you the workbook, how you can use this workbook today. And I'm going to refer to this workbook every single week because the workbook itself, it has, as we mentioned at the beginning, it has like so much components that we can refer and we can share like more information and more training about those components. So how to sell anything to anyone, anywhere. The three main points I'm going to cover like today are the cheat sheet. Make sure that you have like this workbook downloaded. I already shared the link. Make sure that you download. Also, I'm going to talk about an example of one of my clients. She's selling the dried flowers, and I want to share this one because so many times that we think we are in the business of selling pen or phone or shirts or whatever like we are selling, but in reality we are selling more than that. So
That's right.
it is a super good example for our clients or for our members to see the difference between selling a commodity and a product and selling the value. When we say value, we are selling feelings, we are selling emotions, we are selling a new status, a new personality for our prospect or our clients. And also I'm going to share with you like my first ever webinar I have registered, and I want to share like this specific webinar, like this specific video, to tell that at the beginning it might not work perfectly for you. You might record a video, you might go live, you might do a webinar, and then when you hear the replay, you say like, "Holy jeez, like what I did, I messed everything up." So I want to share like my first webinar, and this webinar you can see like my confidence was too low. I was bumbling sometimes, and sometimes you cannot
That's right.
even understand what I was saying.
Yeah.
But I want to share that to tell people that you get better every time
Every
you
time.
do
Yeah.
the thing you have to do.
Yeah.
So don't wait for the perfect time.
Yeah, actually, same experience with me. When I start my YouTube channel, at first
Yeah.
I feel so um, uncomfortable in front of the
I did
camera.
that. I did it. Yeah.
And first is I'm confused on what I'm going to use, an English or Tagalog, and then sometimes my accent. So I feel so frustrated on my first
Think
video.
about so many things
Yeah,
that
you-
are not true, like
yeah.
false belief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you do it every single time, you improve.
Yeah.
So my best advice for everyone is start.
You-
There's always a starting
yeah.
point, right? There's always a starting point. So if you're shy in front of camera, you're not confident, start. There's always a
I
starting
want to,
point.
to share like a short story that in 2017 I launched my first online course. and I was like terrified. People, they might don't understand what I'm going to
Yeah.
say. Like my accent is different and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I launched the course, and
Mm-hmm.
after a couple weeks, I started to ask people like, "Did you like the course?" They say,
Mm-hmm.
oh, "The course is wonderful. It's pretty good. We're getting like good
That's right.
results." And then I asked them like, "Do you understand like everything I'm saying?"
Yeah.
Like I was
Yeah.
terrified, like
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
might don't
Yeah.
understand, and they say like, "Why you're asking?" I said, "Could be like my accent
Yeah.
is not clear." They
Yeah.
said like, "We don't care. Like
Yeah.
nobody paid attention."
That's
So
right.
we have like so much like
The
so
content.
much false belief
Yeah.
that we overthink all the time, and
Actually,
it's not
agree.
true.
That's right. I,
Just like overcome those and do the work that you are supposed to do.
I'm totally 100% agree with you, George, because that's what I'm thinking. I overthink the quality of audio, the quality of the content, the
Oh yeah,
quality of
like
the
who's
video.
commenting now? Who's asking
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
question? Like I want to be like everywhere.
And you're very right. People that are going to watch you will not watch your faults, your error. They
Yeah,
will they
they
will
want the
the
results. Like
result,
if
the
you have a
content, and the
good value,
information.
it is your
Yeah,
responsibility to share that value with other
that's right.
people.
Yeah,
People are waiting. Like people are waiting to be led.
yeah,
Someone said that, I don't remember who
yeah,
was the person, but always your community, your people are
yeah.
waiting to be led by you, by your solution.
That's right. So yeah, the next
So
slide.
this is the link I already shared with you. It takes you to that beautiful video of me, and then download the sheet in there because we're going to refer to this sheet at the end of this
All right.
presentation.
So you just need to click the link. It's very
Just click the
easy. Just
link.
to click the
Yeah,
link.
it shows you like
Yeah,
the file itself.
yeah,
It is a PDF, I believe.
yeah.
Just download that PDF.
So what I'm going to, George, is I'm going to comment it also on the comment live chat so they can,
Okay, yeah,
people
beautiful.
that
Yeah,
are
they can download it
download
right now.
yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, you can make comments.
excellent.
This one.
So this example, like the dried the flower example, I met a client a couple months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and when I asked her like, "What is your business? What you want to sell?" and she's
Mm-hmm.
starting like her business, and she said, "I want to sell the dried flower." I said, like,
Mm-hmm.
"Why you want to sell the dried flower?" He said, "It's decoration, good thing like for people to put in their house." And right away you can tell like this is not the purpose of the business
Mm-hmm.
itself, because
Mm-hmm.
people will not buy the product for the sake of the product.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go buy an expensive purse of uh, from Hermes, for
Yeah.
instance, like $20,000 just
Mm-hmm.
to say like this is an expensive purse. You buy it for the feeling it gives you.
That's right.
So we digged in like asking couple whys, and I say like always ask the 5 whys, at least 5 whys of what you're going to do. So every time you ask yourself like why and another why and another why, for every answer you give like more clarity about the purpose of
Oh.
what you're going to do. Either you want to sell a product or you want to convince your kid to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Go through those whys. It gives you like better vision where you want to land with that.
It's like you're asking yourself why I'm going
More
more
clarity.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is the purpose
The
of
part of this.
of what I'm doing? And when we started this discussion, those whys, we discovered that uh, she had rough childhood, and because of that, she turned to do those dried flower on the side just to release the stress
The
and
stress.
anxiety that she has, and she felt she was abused by the community, the family sometimes. Parents sometimes do
Mhm.
things they unintentionally, and
Mhm.
it creates this kind of frustration with the kids. So she started to do those dried flowers. So that was the purpose why she started
the dry
this
flower.
this business.
Mm-hmm.
And she discovered that this is the purpose why she want to sell
Mm-hmm.
the dried flower, the purpose of dried flower business to other people who are stressed, having anxiety, and had the same situation when they had the same rough childhood. So she ended up changing the whole concept of the business. She's still selling dried flower at the end. The product's still the same, but the concept, the purpose, how the message go, it was like totally different from just selling a product, a commodity,
Mm-hmm.
versus selling a value or selling a purpose, a result at the
Mm-hmm.
end.
Yeah.
Moving, we want always to have like to have our formulas.
Yeah.
I'm going to share like what I used in
Mm-hmm.
our presentations
Mm-hmm.
and my webinars, and those the headline that I'm talking right now about is how you can break down the headline of your webinar, of your sales page, of your email sequence, how you create a curiosity when you create those kind
Mm-hmm.
of headlines. So when you create a headline, you have to show your client the end result, like what is the solution that you're going to share with
Mm-hmm.
them. So for instance, how you can sell anything to anyone. I'm telling people like from the
Mm-hmm.
beginning, this is what you're going to get at the end. If you follow my script, if you follow step by step what I'm going to share, this is what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
And the formula is so much easy. Just use two components: how to, without. So how to your solution without the biggest fear people they don't want in
Mm-hmm.
their life, or they are afraid to apply
Mm-hmm.
to get the result. So for instance, how to sell anything to anyone without having any experience in
In
technology,
technology.
or without having any experience in Facebook, or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
like the fear
Mm-hmm.
that you feel your clients are having.
Mm-hmm.
So the headline is super important because it creates the curiosity
Figures.
on that. And when we share the file itself, the PDF file,
Mm-hmm.
the workbook, I'm going to I already have some examples in there,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to break down how it looks like
Okay.
on the sheet
That's
itself.
very good. Yeah.
So, and from the beginning, you
Mm-hmm.
have to declare the problem.
Mm-hmm.
From the beginning, people they have to understand
Mm-hmm.
what are you going to cover,
Mm-hmm.
what is the problem that you're going to give
Mm-hmm.
them the solution
Mm-hmm.
about. From the first beginning, don't wait until the end, because
Okay.
people get like frustrated
That's right.
if they join
Mm-hmm.
and they found that the purpose was something else.
Yeah.
Last week, you know, like we had a live
Yeah.
seminar in Halifax, and some people they came with different
Purpose.
yeah, and different expectations,
Mm-hmm.
and they told me at the end, like, we thought the presentation was about this and this and this.
Mm-hmm.
We liked what you shared, but our expectation was
It's
totally
very
different.
different. Yeah.
By the way, next week, Tuesday at 6 p.m., I'm going to have a live seminar at the Central Library.
Mm-hmm.
So for all members, if you are in
Mm-hmm.
Halifax,
Mm-hmm.
If you have time next
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday at 6 p.m., join
Mm-hmm.
us
Join.
live with this webinar.
Wow.
Not webinar. It is a live seminar at
Seminar.
the Central Library on Spring Garden Road in Halifax.
All right.
So declare that problem, make it like very obvious for those people to understand what
Yeah.
they're going to share. And also, like in your one of the most important components
Mhm.
is to share the experience of
Mhm.
other people when
Mhm.
they used your solution
Mhm.
and they got the results.
Mhm.
So use those testimonials. Most business owners they already have customers.
Mm-hmm.
Ask your customers what they like most about your
Mhm.
business, why they come to you,
Mhm.
what is the solution
Mhm.
and the results they get
Mhm.
from your business. Make sure that you collect those information,
Mhm.
and when you do those kind of sales, you create a sales page, you do a webinar, or you do an email sequence,
Mhm.
anything that you want to
Mhm.
share with people in
Mhm.
a sale process. Make sure you have those testimonials. Make sure you have those kind of stories.
Because the testimonials supports your result.
That's
Because
right.
it's very important when you create a webinar that there should be someone
Very true. Yeah.
telling you that this is a very good webinar. I learned this and this.
And it works on the psychology of people, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes the people they watch you, they say like they have like a perfect product,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe it works for George and Joey and doesn't work for me. And
And
when you show them like it worked for people in similar situation that they are at right now,
Mhm.
they believe more in themselves.
actually, just to add on that topic, George, is the behavior of the people nowadays is they check the review, they check the
True.
testimonial first. As I remember, people always go to the Amazon to buy something,
Very
but
true.
before they buy it, they go to the
Yeah.
dump for the reviews
Yeah.
and testimonials. And some people also, before they take an action, before they buy something online, they go to YouTube to
Actually,
check the
there
review.
is a statistic about
Mm-hmm.
that. On average, people when they come and ask for your product to buy your product,
Mm-hmm.
they already done like have done 60 to 70%
Percent of
of their research. So
mm-hmm.
when they come to you, they already know
No,
every single
yeah,
piece about
that's
you.
right. Because
So don't spend your time like talking about like your product, the feature of your
mm-hmm.
product because they already know the
No, that's
features.
right. Yeah,
Talk about the solution, how you can
that's
change
right.
their life using your product, and
That's
this is
right.
super important
That's right.
when you use your the power of your message. Regardless what you
Mm-hmm.
sell, if you sell a slice of pizza, you
Mm-hmm.
do the same. If
Mm-hmm.
you're selling a phone, you do the same.
Mm-hmm.
If you're selling a service, an accounting, legal, whatever
Mm-hmm.
the service is, you do the same.
Mm-hmm.
If you're selling buildings or cars, you do the same.
The same.
So the concept is like people buy the feeling again. They
Mm-hmm.
don't buy a commodity
A
or a
commodity.
product.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah,
Uh, yeah, we can pass
yeah.
to the second one. And at the end, like what we miss always, like we give people so much information and we
Mm-hmm.
don't ask them to take an action.
Yeah,
So at the end, they get lost. Like, all right, what I'm going to do?
that's right.
Like,
Yeah.
like I
It,
got the solution. I know, like I'm super
I
advanced, like to
know
have.
that you are the solution to my problem, but the problem is there's no clear call to action.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially that's now that for digital marketers, they use the landing page because it's very clear. This is the question. This is the topic. This is the presentation.
True.
This is the review, and there's only one action. It's
Yeah,
either you click exit or buy,
that's right.
and it should be clear.
And even the presentation itself, it has to have like one clear message.
Message.
Now you go to Facebook page or you go to a LinkedIn profile or you go to a website
Mm.
and you can find like 200 messages. Like every single
Yeah,
business,
yeah.
like they have,
Yeah.
buy like we are wonderful, we are beautiful,
Yeah.
we are. It's all about me,
Yeah.
and also like 200 messages. People they don't have time. They have like 2 3
Yeah.
seconds to make that decision.
Decision.
Either they stay or
Mhm.
they leave.
That's right.
So you have to capture their focus from like the first second
Mhm.
they click
Mhm.
on your ad, on
Mhm.
your message, on
Mhm.
your post. So you don't have time, otherwise you will lose them.
That's right. And it should be very clear to them. It's either they will download if your objective is to download this file,
Yeah,
it should be clear.
that's
Download. That's why I always encourage some of my clients to have a landing page on every service or product they have so that it will be clear to them what
for that
option.
we use landing page before we do anything because the landing page it has like one message, one call
Yes.
to action. So versus if you go to a
Our
website,
website,
like
yeah.
you have like 200 pictures, 300 message,
There's a different
200 tabs, like
That's
so
right.
much like it's
Yeah.
crowded in there.
and the people that goes to a website,
Oh yeah.
they are overwhelmed with
With
the information.
Yeah.
They're overwhelmed where you go. Sometimes they when they go to your website, instead of buying, they're distracted with someone else.
Yeah,
Right?
and
So-
they might refer to your competition
Co- co-
to buy.
That's
like,
right.
from
So
them.
it's better to have a very clear call to actions, and it is very important.
And also the bouncing rate. Like bouncing rate means that people comes to your website and they leave like
Mm.
right away. Usually on websites it's very high, like
Mm.
50%, 60%, 70%. But when you create this landing page, because when they land on this page, they cannot do anything
Yeah.
unless they read your topic,
Mhm.
they decide to take the
Mhm.
action or not. If they take the action, they go to the second page. So in this process, in
Mhm.
the marketing automation
Mhm.
or sales funnels,
Mhm.
you walk actually your
To-
customers, your potential
That's
customers,
right.
step by step. It's like taking your kid how to
To
take
walk.
to walk, yeah,
Yeah.
step by step. You just like don't expect like go walk or run
That's right.
a marathon.
Yeah.
You teach them.
This is actually the expectation of a business owner to a digital marketer. They want a result, and I usually
And they
explain
don't
to
have
them.
patience. Like
That's right.
everybody
It's-
wants the result. They don't want to do
Yeah.
the work. They don't have patience. They
the-
don't want to test. They
Yeah.
don't want to see like what's
and
going on in the
this
market.
this is a good example that you mentioned that it's in marketing, it's like teaching your kid to walk.
Oh yeah.
It takes time for customers. They have their decision making, so you need to learn their
And they have
behavior.
their objections
That's right,
because
they have
sometimes their
objections.
objections they saying like it's not the time right now to
That's
buy.
right. Yeah.
But they keep like coming to your page. They keep
Yeah.
coming to your
Yeah.
videos. They keep reading your articles, and every time you are changing their minds like
That's right.
toward getting that
Mm-hmm.
result. And the importance is like your offer has to change something in those people. If you're selling food, like change the health of those people.
Mm-hmm.
Let them feel better when they eat like your food. If you're giving them a solution about a service,
Mm-hmm.
help them transform the way they do, the way they get
Mm-hmm.
results using
Your,
your service or
your,
your solution.
that's right.
So always you can improve. There are like so much things you can improve in your business,
Yeah.
but we have to apply those, and we're going to cover that a little bit today, and in the coming couple weeks,
Yeah.
every session
It's
we're going
very
to take like
interesting
one
topic.
component and talk about it like in details.
That's right.
And this is the link. At the end, I'm going to share this link in the group so can
Mm-hmm.
people can see the first webinar I ever have recorded, and
Mm-hmm.
it shows how much the confidence was low, what kind of problems I experienced. It
Yeah.
was not too bad,
Yeah.
but every time I do the webinars right now, I feel I can add more. I can tweak things. I
Mm-hmm.
can do better. I can also generate better results for the people who are watching my message or buying my offer. So this is it for the presentation. If we can switch to the PDF file, to the cheat sheet itself.
I'll just.
So if you didn't download the sheet yet, make sure that you download it. And in this sheet, it has step by step. What you have to do, just fill out those steps the best you can. Don't wait till next week. Now start to fill out those information today.
So yeah.
Yeah, if we can scroll down.
So this
Just to
is
show.
the cheat sheet.
This is the workbook.
Okay.
What
This
you
the
can
work.
do is for every component, I numbered them like 1, 2, 3, 4. For each one, just put your information. And every week we're going to refer back to this. And
Mm.
every week you're going to do it like better than the week before. Uh, and this way like you can practice.
Yeah.
And we have to practice because every single week when you review what you have done, you make it better.
And you
After
you learn from experience
and
actually.
you don't know like time flies so fast, like a year from now or 6 months from now you see like yourself having a big shift in your business.
That's right.
You're getting like way better result.
Yeah.
And in business you have to grow always.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are not born to go flat in this
Mhm.
life. uh, Maybe in the coming couple sessions we're going to
Mhm.
talk about the biology of us, the biology of entrepreneurs,
That's right.
how it affects us, what kind of feelings, what kind of emotions, goes and thoughts
Yeah.
that every single human being goes through. When we understand that on ourselves, we
Mhm.
can understand how our customers think and act, why they do or behave this way, why
Mhm.
they see our offer, they buy it or
Mhm.
they don't buy.
Mhm.
So we can understand like how we can tweak
Mhm.
our message, how we can change our offer in a way that we can sell, but
Mhm.
at the end we can change the life of other people who are watching
Mhm.
us.
And again, we have lots of viewers right now, George. I just want to invite everyone to click the link on the live comment section. Just
Yeah.
click the link, and we will
Download the
download
sheet.
cheat sheets
Yeah,
about
it's
right,
not
it's
like
hard
the cheat
cheat
sheet.
sheets. So the irresistible presentation. So just click this one, and we will discuss it and join our group. Okay, join our group because every week, every Wednesday, 6 p.m. Halifax time, we will have a live presentation to give you updates, and we will discuss.
Yeah, like how to
Discuss
use
it.
this one and other topics. Like
Yeah.
every single week, we're going to have a new topic. We refer to this one because this is the basic of selling
right.
anything to anyone online,
Online.
even on stage. If you go to all
Yeah.
famous mentors,
Mhm.
Tony Robbins,
Mhm.
just
Yes, yeah.
name anyone.
Yeah.
Grant Cardone, every single one, they are using the same script.
Yeah.
Every single one.
So,
So we are giving you this script for free.
For
Just
free.
do the work, and
Mhm.
we're going to work with you every
Yeah.
single week to make it happen. And between sessions, if you have any question, if you create your sheet or you created your webinar and you have any question, just let us know.
No, yeah.
We can shoot more videos. We can talk about those topics later on. Just to make sure like you can apply and can get results in your business.
That's right. So any to everybody that are watching right now, thank you very much. I'll just shout out Troy.
Troy, hey
Yeah,
Troy,
I'm great. Good to see you both.
both.
Yeah,
Good
shout
to see you,
out
Troy.
Troy. And then yeah, we have more viewers right now. And social media for all is for everyone.
It
So
is,
feel
yeah.
free to join our group. The only thing that we need you is to answer the questions. So because we have a three questions before they join, so they need to answer the three questions.
For now, we removed those three questions
Oh,
just to make it like easy
easier,
for
okay.
the people, but we're going to put them back.
Maybe, okay.
But just like those questions are about like what kind of business,
Business,
are you
yeah.
in?
Yeah.
For us to understand how we can help you.
The
If
community.
we have like more restaurant owners, so
That's
we can
right.
dedicate more topics
Yeah.
about that. We have more service.
That's
we have
right.
more whatever the product that they
That's
are
right.
selling.
So for now we don't have a questions.
We removed those
that
questions
one.
temporarily.
Oh,
We're going to
so
put them back.
it's very easy for
I
you.
didn't tell Joe when I removed them. So.
That's right. I didn't know. But anyway, it's very easy to join. It's a free community, and we are growing, George.
Oh,
we
yeah,
are
it's
growing.
going, yeah.
The number of our community is growing, and we are very happy here to help you to share information about digital marketing.
Absolutely.
So, and I just want
The
to
latest. It's
the
not
latest,
only digital marketing.
Yeah,
The things
the-
that we're going to share, you cannot find it anywhere
yeah.
else for free.
And-
you have to pay maybe thousands of dollars again.
Yeah, so you're
For
saving
that, like,
thousands.
stay tuned,
That's right.
stick every week, apply what we're going to
Yeah.
share, and you see like
And-
after like a year, your business would be totally
Yeah.
different.
And the best thing about our live stream, George, they can watch this on their convenient time.
Oh yeah.
So
you
if
can
they're not
yeah.
unable to watch this live stream at 6 p.m. every Wednesday,
Come live. Don't listen to Joey.
Yeah,
Don't
but-
go and just like watch
Yeah.
the reply.
No,
the
but I want
replay.
you guys to do the live stream
Yeah.
because there's a conversation, there's an engagement,
That's
there's a
true.
different
Oh,
one.
yeah.
So if you have a question, you learn something, if you have clarification, join our live because we are here to answer those questions.
Very true. Yeah.
So it's very important to go live every Wednesday 6 p.m. But I have a question, George. Actually, I meet this question
Yeah.
every time. A business owner with a brick and mortar business owner,
Yes.
so a restaurant owner,
Yes.
how can he or she make a webinar? How can he connect the webinar thing to his brick mortar business?
So let's go back from the beginning. Like every single business right now, they have a website. So we want to change how the website look like. What is the purpose of that website? And we can change that based on this cheat sheet. We
Okay.
can use that. It's not only how you can sell on webinar or how you can sell using videos. You can sell just by using words on your website.
Okay.
So it is a psychological script that you
Alright.
follow to show people what kind of offer, what kind of products that you want to I don't want to use the word product because product means like sometimes a commodity,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a price thing.
Yeah.
I want to use like the word offer, how we can repackage our products to show that we have a
Yeah.
high value versus every single dollar people pay us.
Yeah.
But you can use the same script.
To their
It
existing
is. It
website.
looks like a little bit long right
Mhm.
now, but it doesn't need to be like this long. You can just create a landing page using this or one sales page. It could be one page, could be
Yeah.
like 100 page.
Yeah, I tried to scroll it down, George. It's
So
very
just
interesting.
to show them, yeah, like go like 1, 2, 3, 4. If we can scroll like to number 1, just to start with. So number
Right,
1
right.
is the headline, as we said. Here is an example like I use for my webinar, how to become the customer experience trusted advisor. So how, and then I say without, because the how is the solution. This is what I want them to get, the result
That's
at
right.
the end of my webinar. or at the end of my sales page or sales pitch, whatever it is. Without, then I use the greatest fear they have, the greatest objection they might have about this solution. So they might say like, I don't know technology. I don't know how to use marketing automation or sales funnels software. I don't know how to use Facebook in the right way, or LinkedIn, or whatever it is. So you give them the solution, the desired outcome they dream of, without the objection or the most fear they have. So for me, the most fear is how I can apply that using a software. So I say, without getting hostage of automation or technology disruption, or any technology experience before. You can say whatever is applicable or related to your niche market. So this is like super important before you do any sales pitch, before you change things on your website, to understand also your message, to understand one message. It has to be one message. Every single business, or every single successful business, take Amazon, they have one message, they are fast.
That's right.
Take Uber, they are fast, it's about time. Take Apple, like, we are different. You become a rebel, you become a totally different person when you use like Apple product. Every single successful business, regardless if they sell so many products or so many offers, they always have one message. When you land on their website or their landing page, you understand one thing. And this is super important for every single business.
That's
when
right.
people land on your Facebook or on your LinkedIn or on your website, they should understand one message. Always one. Later on, when they are hooked with your offer, they see the benefit of what you can share with them. Later on, you can expose them to more offers, to more messages, to more products, or whatever it is. Yeah, but at the beginning, like, there is no time. You always have at maximum 3 seconds to hook those people, for them to decide to stay or to leave.
That's right.
And this is super important.
So
So the first section is to build this rapport between you and your client, and then you have to explain to them what is the one thing, what is the one message they have to understand when they land on your pitch. It could be sales page, it could be landing page, email sequence, website, or whatever it is. So they have to understand that, and you have to show them from the beginning. So the introduction on your webinar, it could be about like 10 to 15 minutes. From the first couple minutes, they have to understand what is the purpose from this webinar. If this webinar is not for them, they have to leave. Like, don't hold people like hostage on your webinar, and you make them angry at the end. Why I stayed like 1 hour of my life watching something I'm not interested in.
That's right. It's like they're wasting your time, like, right? So it's very important that on the first 2-3 seconds, it's very clear what's the objective of the webinar, so that they have the chance to leave or to continue.
And we did that like today. Like today we said like, this is what we're going to share from the first minute. So imagine like people are joining like this live webinar, and we started talking about, I'm talking about my kids, how great they are, and they might listen to us like 1-2 minutes, and they say like, this is not for me, like they are wasting my time.
That's right.
So you have to be clear. If you want to talk about your kids, tell people like, this session is about my kids, this session about my food.
That's right.
Whatever
At
it
least
is.
they know.
But,
they know, right?
So it is super important to share with people like from the beginning how it's going to be for the next half an hour or an hour of your presentation, how it looks like. So you have to define this one message, this one belief you want them to acquire at the end of this presentation, and you have to qualify yourself. They have to understand, because sometimes people, they come to your website or to your LinkedIn profile, they don't know who you are.
That's right.
So you have to share with them who you are, what you do, in very focused way, and they have to understand one thing about you. Always like one. There is no two. Once you say and means that you are going this me, so many messages, so many things, and this is distraction. You have to share with them like one thing about you, for them to make sure like you are the right expert, or the right authority, or the right person who can help them get this solution or this result for the problem they have.
And at the same time, with if they know you with one purpose only, they can easily differentiate you from their
Absolutely.
competitor.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm a digital market. If I say to a client, I am a digital market, I do this, I do this, I do this,
And
I
I
do this,
cook and
and
it
it's
becomes like,
they're
yeah, so much
confused.
confusing
But
and
when I say I am a Wi-Fi marketing, okay, and then I'm doing digital marketing, but my focus is Wi-Fi marketing. Then, oh, this is the person Wi-Fi marketing.
mode.
This is Joey.
That's joy.
So
Yeah,
it's very
absolutely.
clear. You send your message, one message to your customer, and this is you. You have the authority now with one market. Although I do social media and this and this and
Yeah,
this, but I have only one, which is the Wi-Fi marketing.
marketing.
So it's
Absolutely.
very
To
helpful,
qualify
George.
yourself like in a way
Yeah,
that they perceive like you are the expert who can help them
and they can
on that.
categorize you.
Oh yeah.
This guy is Facebook.
The
This
best
one,
Facebook
yeah,
marketer, the
marketer. This,
best,
yeah,
yeah, and the solution.
yeah,
And then you shared like a small story. We shared like couple stories like today in this session. Uh, Sharing stories, people can relate to stories because they could relate to a situation already they have already experienced in
yeah.
their own life. Instead of just talking about tricks and tips and
That's right.
strategies and tactics and things like that, sh- people can understand your message
That's
easily
right.
when you share a
That's
story.
right. And at the same time, I just want to share something about because I tried to make a video on my page about Facebook marketing. I want to help my friends and business owners to understand more about Facebook. But when I try to discuss the Facebook more on technical terms, they don't get it. But if you share an information through your story, your
Story
personal experience, how the Facebook marketing help you, they
or
can
help your
relate
client.
or
Then
help the
yeah,
client. They can easily understand it because first it's more on layman's term.
yes,
Second is they experience it, so
they
they
can relate to
understand. They
that
can relate
experience
to that
because
story.
they
So
experience the same
yeah,
problem.
it's very important that when you're telling an information about your service or your product, tell a story.
Yeah,
Tell a story because they can relate
and they can remember it
and
better.
they can yeah
Now, like we're sharing so much information, if we ask people, uh, it is very
yeah
important. One time I was watching Bob
yeah
Proctor
uh-huh.
online on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He said, on average, every single human being, you, me, the
Mm-hmm.
members,
Mm-hmm.
whoever they are,
Mm-hmm.
on average, every single minute,
Mm-hmm.
we get distracted 6 to 7 times. So we lose focus
Mm-hmm.
about 7 times every single
Mm-hmm.
minute. So now we are live streaming. In
Mm-hmm.
this live streaming, we are losing some like the focus, and the people who are watching us, they are using the focus not because they
yeah
don't want to focus on our presentation, or
but they have something to do.
this is a human.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is very human.
it's
Like
a
our
normal.
subconscious starts to send us so much
Yeah.
messages
Uh-huh.
that distract us from what we are doing right
Mm-hmm.
now. uh, just like for 1 hour
Mm-hmm.
session right now, we get distracted about like 360 to 380 times,
Yeah.
and this is a big number.
Yeah.
For that, when we go
Mm-hmm.
to the movie, watch the movie the first time, then you go the second time and say like, how did I miss like this
Okay.
part? And then you go the fifth time, and
You
because
will clearly understand.
every single time you find like something new, like
Something-
you say like, what's going on?
Same thing with when my kids because they love the Frozen movie.
Okay, yeah,
I watched the Frozen movie in the cinema for one time. It's a 3D. I love a lovely movie.
they made you like watch
Yeah.
it like every single time.
And then because my kids love it, they watch several times, several times. Every time they watch, I go, oh, I didn't see that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't see. What happened? I watched the movie, but yeah,
We
the
lose
attention,
focus so
the focus.
many times
Yeah.
in a minute. I'm not
Yeah.
saying like in an hour. In every single
That's
minute,
right.
we're losing 6 to 7 times.
Yeah.
So it's super important to, when you share a message, when you share an offer, repetition is super important.
Mhm.
In the coming couple sessions, we're going to use the power of repetition. How you
Mhm.
can do it using your videos, your articles, your
Mhm.
website, your post.
Mhm.
Why we post the same message in different ways. This kind of repetition, it makes those people who lose the focus
That's
6 to 7 times
And
to go
I-
and gain the same message you want
That's
them
right.
to get.
And I just want to relate the repetition and reminders. I just want to relate it with the Facebook retargeting. This
Yes.
is one way.
Super important, yes.
This is one way that the social media and the digital marketing works. Just observe the Amazon.
Oh yeah.
If you go to Amazon,
they
You check
chase you like the
something, they
same
chase
message
you the message
over and over
and
and over.
over, and that's the same thing that
Yeah.
we were saying. We remind them
Oh yeah.
because we remind them of the product that you
For
check.
that, when they land on your page, on your website, on your profile, we want to capture their email in a way that we can send them an email sequence.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the purpose of the
Mm-hmm.
email sequence.
Mm-hmm.
When you send an email sequence of 6, 7, 10 days, 15 days, depends on what you're doing or what you're selling, you are reminding those people
Mm-hmm.
you're the same message you want them to understand.
And
You are reminding them about the solution, about the problem they have, about the result they can get. This repetition is super important.
that's right. You can see this kind of system. This is you can see this what do you call this discussion into Amazon. So
Absolutely, yeah.
Amazon is using this system.
They are super successful for a reason.
They're
So
very successful because they're
we should learn
using,
from them.
yeah, and then the cheats are here. You can download this.
You can use the same.
Just click the link on the live stream, on the live chat. Just click the link,
And
and
download
you
it.
can do what Amazon doing.
Yeah, like we're talking about webinars today, but in the coming couple sections, we can talk how we can use it for email sequence, how you can use it, for instance, to do a repetition using articles or posts on social media, how you can create an article, for instance, using this cheat sheet, and then break down this article so you can and use it. We call it like micro content.
Yeah.
So how you can break down a
big
long
con-
article, big content, and micro content, and distribute that like everywhere on social media.
media.
So wherever like your client they go, they see you, they see the same message, they say, "Oh, geez, like those guys are producing so much content."
That's right,
And
yeah.
actually,
It's just
it's
one
just
content.
like one
Content.
content, one piece.
On the next live stream, what they going to expect, George? On the
So
next
in the
Wednesday.
next one, I'm going to talk about two things: how to create the one thing, the one message in your business, and the psychology behind that, how our conscious and subconscious mind works on that, the importance of repetition, and if we can cover the offer, how to create a value offer, how to repackage your product, we can cover it next week or the week after, and then we go back, we refer back to this cheat
this cheat
sheet
sheet.
to make sure that everybody is filling out the information they have. And don't wait till next week. Try to fill out your information starting today. Every single week you can go back, and if you can, record a short video.
Yeah.
Record your own YouTube video
Yeah.
using a webinar,
That's
whatever
right.
it is. Just a demo for you.
That's right.
And if you want to share that with us, we
We're
can
free.
give you like some feedback. And don't worry about your confidence. Don't worry about your language. Don't worry about your accent. Don't worry about the information for now. It comes
Yeah.
with the practice.
That's right. And there's always saying that there's always a starting point.
Yeah.
There's always a starting point. So yeah, and the next week also we will also share the retargeting as well. I'll show you guys on how to retarget your customer to remind them about your product and services. So yeah.
Yeah, and also if you know of someone who has a big result in their business, or you are a business owner, or you discovered something related to marketing, sales, digital, even offline. If you have this kind of experience and you want to share that, shoot us a message, and we'd love to host you in our coming sessions.
Yeah.
So every single week we try to host someone for 10 to 15
10
minutes,
minutes, yeah.
and we're going to remind our members during between sessions who are the speakers they want to be, or if they have their own message they want to share, we'll be happy to
That's right.
to have them.
Okay.
So, and before like we finish today, if you have a topic that you want to discuss, as other than the topics that we're going to cover, we are happy to listen to you, to see like what kind of topics you want, and we cover that in a way that you haven't experienced before.
That's right. So yeah.
And make sure also we can post the link for the webinar
Yeah.
at the end. So when we finish our broadcast today, we're going to post
the
the
link.
example of the webinar, the first one I
Yes,
ever recorded, so it gives you like an idea at the
that's right.
beginning how it looks like.
So yeah. Before we end this live streaming, we would like to say thank you very much to everyone tuned in our live streaming. We will have more informative live stream every Wednesday 6 p.m. of course in our Facebook group Social Media for All. So
Absolutely.
if
Invite your
you
friends.
invite your friends, invite your family, your co-workers or your
Absolutely.
staff or
Yeah.
your employees, they will learn a lot from us, and not just from us, from our community.
Absolutely. From you also,
Yeah,
like because you're going to share your even like your own experience, your own
experience.
results, your own path, your own
That's right.
solution.
Yeah. So then follow me on my Facebook. It's youfind.ca or youfind Canada. That's my Facebook page for my business. Or you can follow my YouTube channel. It's When in Halifax. I'm also a content creator of When in Halifax. And of course, George.
Mine is the smart income. There are so much updates I post every single day in terms of videos and articles that you can apply in your business the same day to see like some results. Smart income on Facebook, uh, and I have a specific closed group on Facebook. Also, I'd like people if they have like something to share to join that group. Also, it's called the Y Methods. But
Why
in this
not?
group, like social media for all, we're going to share
Everything
all everything
that we know,
that
that we are expert.
we have experience, not only what we know. Knowledge is one thing, and practice is something
Practice. Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you so much,
Thank you
and
very much, guys, and hope to see you again in our next live stream. All right. Thank you.
see you next week.
See you next week.